What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. I'm about to get photobombed. It's been a while. So today I'm going to be installing the Asus EFI on my 1980 C30. So here's what I got. So I'm taking off this quick fuel, which has been a very good carburetor. I haven't had any issues out of this thing, rock solid. That brand new distributor. And I'm replacing it with the Asus EFI Killshot Pro. Comes with the throttle body. I got this power distribution center, then the 5-inch handheld. There's the ECM and the Asus version of the dual sync distributor, and then obviously I have O2 sensor, coil pack, temp sensor, wiring harness. So basically in this video I'm going to concentrate on getting the hard parts installed and then work on running wires and plumbing. I have a brand new fuel system I'm going to put on this truck. I'm getting rid of the saddlebag gas tanks because, well, they're just, if anybody knows these trucks or anything about them at all, they were recalled back in the 80s and 90s because they had an issue with side impact. The gas tank would rupture and leak fuel and possibly cause fire. Not good. And I drive around with my family in this truck, so I think it's time I go on ahead and get rid of the side saddle gas tanks. You'll just have to wait to see what it is that I'm going to put in it. So I think I'm going to start by removing this hood. And just like that, the hood is gone. And my daughter was being funny about one. I don't want to be on camera. Okay, fine, I'll turn it off. There we go. It's been a while since I've had the hood off this truck. So I've decided that I am not going to be LS swapping this truck because, well, it already has an LS5 454 in it, so why take it out? I mean, if anything, I'll pull it out and rebuild it eventually, put it back in. I've decided that I want to keep the engine in this truck old school and make Mama's truck, i.e. my wife, make her truck a little more modern with a 5.3 LS swap with the Asus Jackpot. I think it's the Jackpot LS system on it. Both making them both very tunable. As far as I know, this system makes this 454 extremely tunable, as to where, you know, with the quick fuel, I had to go through power valves and jetting and all of that to get that carburetor dialed into this 454. And it has been nothing short but phenomenal. It has just worked, and it will continue to work for somebody else on somebody else's rig, because that one there, I'm done with the carburetor. Now, I'm doing EFI specifically not for performance gain as much as dependability, drivability, and cold starts, because I'm here to tell you, in the wintertime, that quick fuel carburetor is cold-blooded. It will not, it just will not stay running until it's got some heat in it. Once it got heat in it, it'll thing will run like a champ all day long, just like it was summertime. But I tell you what, in the wintertime, nope, it ain't having it. And that's what I'm trying to do, is minimize my warm-up time in the summer or in the wintertime, so I don't have to set and idle the truck as long when I go to leave for work in the morning, because I usually got to start this about 30 minutes before I have to leave, and then just let it sit and run for 30 minutes. I'm not trying to do that anymore. So I'm basically doing this for dependability and ease of operation. And I just think it kind of sounds really cool to have a kill shot on my truck. I've heard good things about this. I've heard bad things about this. I'm going to do a full review on drivability because I daily drive this truck. I drive this truck. I don't drive anything else. This is my only mode of transportation. So as we're driving with the ACES CFI system on it, I'll give you periodic updates on how it's doing and, dependability if I have any issues with it. I want to do an honest review of this system, an honest, non-biased review. I am not sponsored by ACES EFI in any way, shape, or form. I paid 100% out of pocket for this kit. I got nothing given to me. Well, there was a special, so I got the power distribution module for free because I spent $1,500 with them because I bought 2 kits at the same time. So I had the option of this or the CAN bus kit, and I went with the power distribution module. I don't know that I'm going to hook it up in this installation video. I may save it for later, and then I may go on ahead and hook it up. I don't know. I'm still kind of reading through the instructions on that. I know how to do the EFI kit. It's pretty cut and dry. As long as you follow their directions and doing it the way they say to do it, it should be okay. And that instruction manual is downloadable at acesfuelinjection.com. It's right there. You go in, you pick the kit that you purchased, and then you go to the bottom and there's a download file. I think it's in support. Maybe it just says manual. I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But there's a PDF file where you can download the instruction manual, and it's a pretty big one. You want to read through it all and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing before you start installing this kit. I'm going to try to deadhead the fuel system. It recommends not to. I haven't seen anybody trying to deadhead the fuel system, but I have seen a lot of people hooking their fuel system up the wrong way, according to ACES EFI's breakdown on how to do it. ACES calls for the fuel regulator to be on the return side, not the input side. And that may be what a lot of people are having trouble with the ACES system, is they're putting their fuel pressure regulator in the wrong side. They're regulating it going into the system instead of coming out. So I bought this fuel pump off of Amazon, and camera's gone dark. Anyway, so I bought this fuel pump kit off of Amazon. It comes with the brackets, 6AM-6 line fittings, and then this 10 micron fuel filter that is also a regulator. So this is a fuel filter with the pressure regulator built into it. I'm going to try to run this. If it doesn't work, I'm going to switch over and do it the other way. I'll get a different regulator and yada, 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 so on and so forth. And then this looks like an unbranded Evil Energy inline fuel pump. Nothing glorious, just all the parts I need to set up my electric fuel system. We'll see how well that works. It even comes with this to quiet down the fuel pump. So I'm going to run. I know you guys are going to bash me in the comments, but all right, well, I think she's cooled off enough now. I can start tearing it apart. I've already taken the fuel line off, so we got that done. We'll put this up for later because we will reuse this line because this is good to go on the suction side of the pump. On the pressure side, I've got all 6AN, yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, good stuff. So, we're going to pull the carburetor off. I've got to time the motor and get it to 12 degrees before top dead center, lock out the distributor. Video? Yeah. Yes. Why? Because I'm doing it for the YouTube. Oh. Anybody want to buy a carburetor? I'll make you a deal. Dual feed, vacuum secondary, quick fuel carb. The kit did come with all new gaskets. So I have this spacer adapter, which is open in the middle deliberately. I bought it that way on purpose because what it does is it helps. And in the grand scheme of things, I've always planned on EFI swapping this. That helps with the vacuum signal on the throttle body, having an open plenum underneath your throttle body, which allows the injector spray to combine as it's going through and improves fuel atomization. And quite frankly, anytime that you put distance between your carburetor and your intake manifold, doesn't matter. You put distance in between it, it does two things. It helps the carburetor stay cooler, and it increases your torque. Now, I have to take this spacer off because I've got to put longer bolts in it to accommodate the flange fitting for that throttle body and my new linkage. Now, when you're doing this, be careful not to drop your bolts down the intake manifold. Take your rag and shove it down in the app. Right down there. And if you drop any bolts in there, that rag will catch them. You drop one of these down in your intake manifold, it's a bad day. But here's the adapter. Nothing special. I got the bolts in the truck. Be right back. And this is for O'Reilly's. Why couldn't you just put 4 in the box instead of 3? I had to buy 2 packages to get 4 bolts. Really, O'Reilly's? Come on. You could have put 1 more in there. Now, we got our 3 bolts. Plus 1. So we're going to verify that our threads are the same because I didn't buy new nuts, and unfortunately, guess what? They're not. Hopefully the nuts that come in the throttle body kit are the same. We'll find out. See here? .5/16 by 18. Oh, wow. Cool. So this kit only comes with one gasket, plus the air cleaner gasket. Now, I was told that my air cleaner will not fit on this throttle body, but I've read says that this air cleaner here will not fit on that throttle body. But I have these because this air cleaner did not fit on my Holly either. And I put these on top. Let's see if it fits. See there? Easy fix. So I've seen dozens of videos of people complaining that their aftermarket air cleaner doesn't fit, but really all you really need is a couple of these spacers, and they sell them at O'Reilly's and they're cheap. Perfect. It'll work. So now that we know that, we're in. I do have a backup plan, but I don't need it. They don't fit. I have no way of going anywhere. Okay, here we go. Well, so far, this is where I'm at. I got a buddy of mine bringing me some nuts, so I got that under control. So I've already put the adapter on. This is a heat shield spacer, so it helps block heat from the throttle body. The instructions don't call for it. It's just something that I'm trying for the first time. So now I'm going to switch out the temperature sending unit. So since I'm going to be relying totally on the digital display that came with this kit, I don't need the factory temperature sending unit to run my instrument cluster in the dash. I'm probably going to be deleting on that just simply because, well, almost none of it works. Speedometer don't work. The factory tach doesn't work. The gas gauge is kind of goofy. The temp gauge is, the voltage gauge is definitely not working right, and the oil pressure gauge I think is the only one that works. And this Pro Series comes this pigtail right here, which has all of the connection for fuel, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you an easy way to change out this temperature sending unit without draining all of the coolant out of your engine. All right, here we go. Take your crescent wrench, adjust it to the size of your sensor. We don't need anything special. This is not that big of a deal. Have your new sensor ready. Get this loose enough to where you can finger it in and out. Super easy. Have the new one ready. That easy. And it's done. Now just tighten the new one up. All right, there we are. Installed. Super easy. There's the old one right there. So just make sure that when you do that, your radiator cap is on. And as long as there's no leaks in the system, it'll work great. So there you have it. but it seems to have been working okay, so I think we'll leave it alone. So anyway, I'm going to get the timing set and get that distributor out, and then we'll drop in the new distributor, which I have already locked it out, which you lock it out by pulling this pin, sliding this gear off, and then take the springs off here, the springs, so this stuff here, and then that little blue spacer, and then pull this up 180 degrees, put it back down, replace that nut. So in order to go with the timing control feature of this kit, you have to lock the distributor out in order to do timing control. And I want that. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this. I've always had an issue with timing on this truck. It's been goofy since day one. I've had a hard start problem. I've been chasing on it, and it's only when it's hot. So I'm hoping that this system will fine tune the timing while it's at temperature so that it will start better when it's hot. Always remember when it's hot outside, it's like 100 degrees today here. Always remember, stay in the shade. I keep this specifically for stuff like this right here. And always remember to hydrate. Got my water. Keep water and then my Dr. Pepper. Yep. Now, let's do the timing. So we don't want this thing to try and start, even though I have removed all the gas and the carburetor's off of it. But if there's any residual left down inside that intake or in any one of those cylinders, it'll bark. So we're going to disconnect the power from the distributor. There, done. Don't want to take no chances. Now let's see where we're at. Made it halfway. Okay, I had Araya come over and help me find top dead center. So she doesn't like to be on camera. She's camera shy. Anyway, so I had to turn the camera off for that. So we got top dead center found, 12 degrees before 12. Yeah, it's a little bit. I need to go a little bit more to be dead on 12 degrees before top dead center. So I need to turn the motor just a little bit. If you lock these onto a pulley, be careful. You don't want to do too much because you could damage the pulley. But you could lock these on a pulley and turn your motor over. So if you look right down there, it's not going to focus. Too much light. You see the line. There it is. So it's in line with that pitch point right there from my angle. And that line, if you follow it back, there's a 12 on my timing indicator, which is that thing right there. And your line is right there. And then in the back, you can't really see it because of the flashlight. But anyway, you get the drift. So that tab has a marking on it that says 12 degrees before top dead center. So that's where it says, I think small blocks are 15 degrees and big blocks are 12 degrees. I need to double check my instruction manual, but I do believe it said 12 degrees before top dead center. So that's where I put it. Yeah. So now I can put number one spark plug back in, which is, I'm reading the plug. I can show you wherever I put it, right here. See how it's kind of black and sooty? That means it's been running just a little rich. It's not bad because it doesn't smell gassy. If it was really bad, it'd be smelling gassy. It's burning everything, but it is running a little fat. And honestly, I put pretty trash gas through this thing. So, I mean, it is an unleaded motor. It was built in 1977, so it's not a leaded engine. So I don't have to put the additive in it. So we got it set at 12 degrees top dead center. We've got our coolant temperature sensor. The nuts for the carburetor adapter is on their way. So now we can pull the distributor and set the new distributor in. We are ready for that. So now you get to see why I took the hood off. I'm an old man with a bad back. So, one of the nice things about having an old square body truck is you could just climb right on in there and get up close and personal. Super easy. And it's a lot easier without the hood on it. So here we go. I'm going to put you down. So down under here is a bolt. And 9/16, you just got to take that bolt loose. It shouldn't be very tight because I just put a new distributor in this truck. So we just reach in there, loosen her up. All you got to do is just get it loose enough. Slide this back out of the way. Okay, that's disconnected. We can disconnect the plug wires. We're not going back in with this distributor. I know the firing order by heart. Do you? 184-36572. All GM's made for a very, very long time. Okay, so there's that. Disconnect the vacuum advance. Now I know I'm on top dead center, but I want to just verify that my rotor is pointing the right direction before I take this out. It should be pointing towards number one plug. Let me grab my screwdriver. When you're standing in the engine bay of your vehicle, make sure you're not standing on anything that's vitally important. So you just get in here and you turn these little tabbies. And you rotate it this way. Turn that little tabby. And rotate it this way. Turn that little tabby. Now remember, I'm not putting this distributor back in. So according to that, I'm a tooth out on my distributor. But the nice thing about with this Aces Pro distributor, I can put number one anywhere I want. There we are. Brand new distributor. I mean, literally, I just bought that distributor about 3 months ago. That'll be going on Facebook Marketplace. Yes-sirree. Okay, there we go. Yeehaw. Anyway, so this is brand new. I just bought it. Like literally, it's still shiny inside. I'm going to put this on Facebook Marketplace. It's for 454. It'll fit 454 or small block Chevy, big block or small block. It's the same part number. This will work. It's like new. $100. I think I paid 140 for it. It was less than that. This one was like 75, I think. I'll take 50 for it. We'll do a combo on the distributor and the quick fuel carburetor. We'll do $250 for the set. Hit me up, plus shipping. I don't mind. I'll ship it to you. But I got to get paid first. Okay. Now, we have the distributor out. It's time to set up the Asus Jackpot Pro. No, I'm wrong. It's the Blackjack Pro. Locked out, ready to rock. Okay, roll pins back in place. Here's a little deal. I do need to put the O-rings on. And I need some motor oil to lube them babies up so I can put her in. I do not have to put break-in lube on it because my camshaft is already broke in. Here's my distributor kit. I do put lubrication on the gear because you don't want to start it up dry. It comes with these nifty little O-rings. And we'll just set them up on the distributor. Like yay. There's one. Oh, there it is. Here's number 2. See there? O-rings installed. So now we got to lube them up so they slide down in the hole and they don't break the O-ring. I got my jug of assembly lube. It's good stuff. Brand new. Just cracked the seal. The funny thing about a gallon of Rotel is that the snout of this distributor will go right through the opening, and we just dip it in there Give her a good coat of oil. Let her drip for a minute. Now she's lubed up. That's good stuff. I'm going to jump down in. I'm going to jump on in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put this dude in. We'll set our rotor bug. Okay, we'll dump our screws out of our rotor bug. There's one. There's a square hole and a round hole. Those are your alignment marks. Flip our screwdriver over. Make sure we are set. We are set. Let's climb in here and drop this baby in. I'll show you how I orientate it when I get done. If you're working with a dirty old big block, just make sure you don't knock anything down inside the motor. It's not that hard. Check your gasket surface, make sure it's free of debris, which this one is free of debris. Kind of. Mostly. There we go, because I just cleaned it a couple months ago. Now, I think I want that little wire over there. You always know when you go right back where you came from, because it will drop right down onto the oil pickup. And this is giving me a hassle, so we're going to take it out of the way. This is nice. It's much smaller. Easy to manage. Like it. Okay, so I want to put it right back where it came from. So I'm going to pick it. I'm going to pick it up. There we are. And we'll give it a little turn. It may take a couple of tries, but you can get it in there. And it'll drop right down into that oil pickup. There it went. So it's wanting a number one over there. Okay. Sure. Why not? Right? Why so much different? I bet this is caulked a different way then. Okay. Well, it'll be fine. So we'll wire that to number 1. Yep. Okay. There it is. The distributor is set. I do have to say one thing. When I put the sniper on that other square body, all I did was the throttle body system and the fuel system, and I did it in like 6 hours. It was actually relatively easy to install. There's a little bit more to this one, so I'm presuming it's going to take a little bit longer. What do you say we see what that Killshot looks like on there? Let's wipe my mitts. We don't want to get the finish dirty. Well, that is impressive. I do have to say, that is impressive. Okay. Let's set the throttle body on it, see what it looks like. Where's my gasket? Here it is, right here. So when I got this truck, I knew that I was going to be daily driving it. It's kind of a weird orientation. What is that? Anyway. And I pretty much committed to daily driving this truck. Oh, I see. So that goes like that. Okay. I don't know what that hole is for. Do I gotta plug that? No, I don't think so. So gasket goes like yay. Not like yay. Like yay. And then the throttle body goes like yay. I am running extra long bolts. I really hope they clear. They don't. And I just put it on backwards. Okay. All right. I have a solution for that. I do. There it is. This is my solution. It's a Moroso 1-inch spacer. So basically what this is going to do for me is it's going to give me more power. Kind of like putting a throttle body spacer on your Corvette or your Camaro. It essentially does the same thing. Make sure we're not cracked anywhere. Wipe the gasket surface down. Okay. So we're going to take that heat shield off and put this riser on. This is a neat idea, but I think I got it off at eBay or something. And we'll take this Moroso spacer and put it on here. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Got a little scratch in it, but I think it'll be okay. It's not broke, cracked, it's aluminum. That'll make more torque. Perfect. Maybe. Now we might be too long. I don't know, we'll see. I got this throttle bracket thing. Oh yeah, we're gonna be fine. That's only an 1/8 inch thick, so that's perfect. I haven't had a problem with my accelerator sticking open a little bit and running the idle up. So I'm hoping this corrects that problem. It's got a spring bracket and everything. I mean, it's really cool. Oh yeah. Mint. So, sweet. Now, I'm just waiting on parts. So, we'll pick you up here in a little bit. Forgot, you want to see it too. Here, I'll show you. There she is. There's the Asus Killshot. A little 1-inch adapter there. Ought to help clean the idle up a little bit. And then the distributor in the back. Now, if you ask me, that's looking pretty awesome. So, anyway, we'll pick you back up when I get the parts I'm waiting on. When in doubt, call a buddy. Got the nuts I needed. So, while I was waiting around charging the battery on my phone because my battery died, I did a few things off camera. Here, I'll show you what I've done. So I got wiring harnesses partially installed, connected to the throttle body. I decided to go on ahead and do this. I was going to go up under the dash, but I don't want to mess with it. ECM, main relay, or main fuse, fuse 2, main relay, fuel pump relay. So I think I'm going to end this video here. I've got everything installed that I intended to get installed in this video. I just got to throw the nuts on that throttle body and bolt up the accelerator linkage. And then in the next one, which I'll be filming tomorrow, I'll get the fuel system plumbed. The O2 sensor, I'm going to install it yet tonight. And yeah, so we'll get it all buttoned up tomorrow, and hopefully we'll hear this thing fire. So if you like what you see here, go on ahead and give me the thumbs up. That really helps out the channel. It helps the algorithm. Tells YouTube you guys like watching my videos. And click the subscribe button, ring that bell, and you'll get notifications when I put up videos. Whenever I put up videos, it seems to be pretty sporadic here lately, but we're working on that. So anyway, till next time.